This chapter, What is Graphic Communication, deals with some new ways of looking at and understanding the technologies of the field. We like to say that part of the chapter deals with digital tools and changing rules. Before I get into the details of some of the digital tools that are being used today or that have to be understood today, I want to tell you about a book that was written in 1999. It was written by Neil Gershenfeld of MIT's Media Lab and is entitled When Things Start to Think. This was a time when technology started to be developed in graphic communication and other fields that essentially was doing thinking for the user, but also was teaching the user how to think of new ways and creative ways of using technology in graphic communication and in other fields. One of the job possibilities, if you were to enter this field, or if you're already into it and want to advance in this field, is to become an electronic publishing and imaging specialist. Let me briefly discuss the technologies that a person in such a position must understand. Well, basically, as you would probably assume, you have to understand something about computers, but as well scanners, printers, software applications, page layout programs, illustrating programs, and image manipulation and retouching programs in general. So the software packages that are used in graphic communication is something that you need to learn, and it's helpful to know a little bit about this even before entering the field. Now, there are some traditional skills that are very helpful to have as part of your background when entering this field, and that includes things such as computer literacy in general. Obviously, today, knowing something about computers is helpful prior to entering any technological field. Knowing something about graphic communication generally, image preparation, knowing how to manage color, and something about typography and page layout, as well as print design and production generally, is also helpful, but not required to enter the field. So, if you entered the field of graphic communication, what are some of the possibilities for you? What are some of the opportunities? Where do they lie? Well, one area is in desktop publishing. Now, desktop publishing is used in almost any field today, whether it's graphic arts, engineering, real estate, you name it, and desktop publishing is an important communication method in any particular field. That's okay. I'm going to start this part over again. So what are the opportunities for you if you studied graphic communication in other fields outside of, let's say, printing and publishing? Well, one area is desktop publishing. Desktop publishing has become everybody's business. It's used in every field. It's used in every endeavor. And it's something that provides opportunities to, no, I'm going to start this over again. Third take on this. So what are some of the areas outside of printing or graphic arts that are open to you if you studied graphic communication and learned the technologies involved? Well, one obvious area is in desktop publishing. Desktop publishing has become everybody's business. It doesn't matter what field you're in, what organization you belong to, everyone is doing it. So obviously, having some background in desktop publishing opens opportunities, a broad range of opportunities to enter any field in today's society. Also, web development and internet publishing has become big in almost all areas. Almost every company, almost every organization has its own website. knowing how to develop websites, manage websites, do internet publishing, communicate through the internet, uh, provides all sorts of opportunities, and those who study graphic communication will be prepared to take advantage of these opportunities. Also, apps development, interactive media, image and document management used in all different fields. So basically, as you read through this book, as you become a little bit more specialized in the technology of graphic communication, opportunities will open for you in many, many different fields. And also, digital production and new kinds of workflows that come with it are very important for managing technologies in different fields of communication. Let me start over on this last thing. And also digital production and the new kinds of workflow that comes with it is inherently important, regardless of what field you're working in, if you're using computers, desktop publishing applications, and so on. Okay, I'm going to redo this whole section, okay? So, if you were to study graphic communication, or if you're presently studying graphic communication, you might be wondering, what opportunities are there for you outside of the fields of printing and graphic arts? Well, let me start off with desktop publishing. Desktop publishing has become everybody's business. It's used in all fields, in all organizations. It doesn't matter what you do, who you work for, what your interest is, you're probably doing desktop publishing right now. So knowing the applications, the processes, and so forth and so on opens up all sorts of opportunities for you outside of the specific fields associated with graphic communication. And then also, web development and internet publishing has become generically important in almost all fields. Almost every company has its own website. Almost every organization has its own website. Internet publishing has become extremely important for communicating with constituencies in any field. Knowing how to develop websites, knowing how to manage websites is vitally important and opens all sorts of opportunities in many different fields. If you know something about apps development and interactive media, these two are opportunities. These two are technologies that open opportunities for you in many fields. Knowing something about image and document management is also helpful. And also digital production and the new kinds of workflow that come through it is applicable to many different fields in our society today. So if you were to enter the field of graphic communication, or any field using graphic communication knowledge and technology and software and hardware, how are you evaluated? And how are you compensated? Well, obviously, efficiency is one thing. Everybody wants things done better and faster. And productivity is very important. The more productive you are, the more valuable you become to the companies you work for. Being a fast learner, being a collaborative employee, and being creative and a critical thinker are also areas that companies look to in evaluating and promoting employees.